Welcome to Her Story, a special series from the FAM podcast celebrating the women shaping the mattress industry. I'm your host, Tara Kinsley, and in each episode, we'll go deeper, personal, professional, and play, to explore who these women are as people, how they lead, and what truly fills their cup. This is Her Story, and this is the FAM, proud champions of the women who move the mattress industry and the world forward.
For the first time ever, top retailers can introduce the mattress that's been locked away inside of one of America's top mattress retailers until now. Introducing Prana Sleep, the ultimate luxury mattress collection designed by lifelong sleep industry leaders who set out to create the best sleep experience imaginable at any cost. Born from decades of industry expertise and real-world retail feedback, Prana Sleep doesn't just sell mattresses, it sells satisfaction, loyalty, and premium performance. Now, Prana Sleep is awarding these unparalleled products to a select group of top-tier retailers. Proudly made in the USA, Prana Sleep mattresses are handcrafted in private factories by top-tier craftspeople, ensuring exceptional quality and detail. What sets Prana Sleep apart? 100% natural materials, luxury latex, and the only machines in the world that quilt latex directly into the top panel for a one-of-a-kind, indulgent feel. Stand out in the marketplace with a mattress line engineered for luxury and crafted for those who demand the best. Your competition will hate selling against Prana Sleep because nothing compares. Prana Sleep, bring the secret to success into your stores today. Go to pranasleep.com now to apply. Every 2 years, the sleep industry gathers in one place to see where the future is headed. And that moment is ISPA Expo 2026. And the biggest footprint on that floor, it belongs to Elite Comfort Solutions and Leggett & Platt. This is where innovation at scale, coils, foam, motion, sleep technology, all engineered to help mattress brands unlock their biggest product advances yet. Not concepts, not theory, real technology ready to be built into winning mattress programs. When you visit Elite Comfort Solutions and Leggett & Platt at ISPA Expo 2026, you're not just looking at components, you're seeing what's possible for your next generation of products. Elite Comfort Solutions and Leggett & Platt. This is where the future of sleep gets built.
Welcome to the FAM podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the bedding business get even better.
Hi, fam. I am so excited to have Nicole Coschignano on the Her Story podcast today. She is a senior player development specialist for BedGear. She has an adorable terrier named Vinny, who is 7 years old, and she loves to travel with her husband, Anthony, and her energy and positivity light up every room that she walks into. She truly is a joy to be around. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's just dive in. Here's how Her Story works. You have 3 categories: personal, professional, and play. You'll choose a number between 1 and 8 or 9, depending on the category, and the number will decide what question you will be asked. So choose wisely.
Let's do this.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to start with personal. So choose a number between 1 and 8.
Let's do 3.
3. Do you believe in having it all? Why or why not?
Having it all. So I would like to think I do, but the truth is I don't. I always like something to kind of like go for. And if I have it all, I think I'd be very complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. So the reason you don't feel like having it all is a thing is because you don't ever want to be in a stagnant space.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it.
So personally and professionally?
Yeah, I think personally, I look back 10 years ago and I'm like, wow, I have it all. But then there's always something else, right, that I want or I strive for. So I think the goal always moves forward from a professional standpoint, which makes me just keep wanting to work at it. And professionally, absolutely. I don't ever feel like I'll ever have it all. I always want to learn more. I'm always looking to like meet new people. There's so much to do out there that it's just, it's a goal to always go out there and do that. Yeah.
All right. I like it. I like that answer. All right. Personal, 1 through 8.
Let's do 7.
7. What's a sleep habit that you publicly preach but privately break all the time?
Wow. You're putting me out there. So, okay, let's see. Something I preach using all the features of my adjustable base. I am like number one person. If I do zero gravity 2 or 3 times a week, it's too much.
Yeah.
I get to bed and I'm just tired. And it just takes that one button and I'm aware of it and I talk about it and I preach about it. But that's definitely one that I don't do as often.
Are you not comfortable in zero gravity, or you just like when you hit the pillow, you're just like done?
I hit the pillow, I'm done. It's like
That's
I've always been like that, even as a kid. Like the moment I go to bed, I'm out.
Gosh, I'm like super jealous. Like I read like at night, and sometimes
Yeah.
I stay up like way late reading, but
Yeah.
I can't hit the pillow. It's like I gotta come down, 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 down.
But yeah, no, I unfortunately, but that plays both ways. We'd go out as, teenagers or as young adults out in the Miami scene, and I was sleeping on a speaker. Like I could fall asleep everywhere. So
My gosh, I love it.
yeah,
So
so
you can
when
sleep
I'm
on a plane
tired,
then.
that's it. Huh?
You can sleep on a plane.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
always so jealous of people who can sleep on a plane.
Oh yeah. It has to be the right headphones though. I can't do like the AirPods. I have to do the big ones. That makes the difference. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Mark can sleep on a plane. He doesn't even have to put headphones in. Many times before we even take off, he's already asleep, which I'm just
Oh,
like wildly jealous of.
I
But
love it. I can't miss the snacks. Like once the
yeah.
snacks come through, then I'm like, all right, time to go to sleep.
Now I'm ready. Okay. Personal 1 through 8.
Let's do 6.
6. What's one thing people get totally wrong about you?
Okay. That I'm a morning person. I do a lot of morning meetings and a lot of my work starts earlier in the day, but do not talk to me the first hour to hour and a half I wake up. I'm not very nice. Yeah.
I think that would make sense though, because you are like very energetic and well spoken and like put together. So
Thank
like
you.
you would think like, "Oh, like you're ready to rock."
Yeah. No, I feel bad for my coworkers when we travel together. They know breakfast is in silence. And
That's
so
so
we get
funny.
coffee and it starts to oil
Do
up.
you do you naturally like would you sleep in later and stay up later, or
Yeah. Yeah. I think in a picture perfect world, my day would start at 11
yeah.
and I'd start and go out later and do that versus AM. I aspire to be one of those that goes to the gym and wakes up at 5 and starts their day.
Yeah.
Not me. I try,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I don't even try anymore. I don't. I'm not a
Yeah.
morning person, period. Like I don't want to do it. I don't
Yeah.
envy people who are morning people because I'm never going to be it. It's just
No.
it's just a dead dream thought. It's not for me. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
I love Vegas market for that reason because it's 2 hours behind,
Yeah.
So it's like amazing. I'm up and I'm like 4:30 AM. I'm like, let's go. So
Are you a kind of person who like when you like do you wake up at the same time every morning?
yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like if you don't set an alarm, you're still going to be awake.
Lately it's been 7:24 every
Ooh.
morning. It's weird. And then it's like, okay, go to the bathroom. And then you're like, might as well start my day. But yeah, 7:24 every day for the past
That's
few months.
so crazy.
I know.
See, that's something too about me. Like I can sleep until kingdom come. Like something like sometimes I'll wake up at 9, sometimes I'll wake up at 11, sometimes I'll wake up at 8, sometimes I'll wake up at 10. Like I don't have that like internal. Maybe I'm just not on a schedule. I don't know.
It depends with work. Like sometimes I just like have to be up. It just makes sense for like, if not, I get phone calls and I never want to pick one up in bed. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
well, let me start. Yeah. So I think, yeah. And
Yeah.
depending on the time frame too. Once it
Yeah.
goes back or falls forward or whatever it is, then I adjust.
Yeah, we need to skip that. I think that needs
I
to be
agree.
over.
Too much. Yeah.
All right, let's do one more personal. 1 through 8.
1.
1, what's your current definition of success and how has it changed since you've gotten older or moved
I
through
think
life?
success was very much like financial
Mm,
for a long time.
yeah.
I always said, I want to make X amount of dollars. I want to break this by the time I'm 30. And I
Yeah.
surrounded myself by a lot of us that had the same goals. And money is still very important. Finances are important, right? But
Mhm.
it's the people you're around. I think
Mm,
to success and people who push you up, you don't have to worry about someone over your shoulder and surrounding yourself with good people,
yeah.
I think has really been my version of success as I've gotten older.
You think that something in your life led you to believe that or led you to change that definition? Like an
Yeah.
event or a person or
I just think, yeah, over time, I think it started with the word growth. I was always so growth focused. And when I worked in big box retail, they always had like a growth plan. And
Mhm.
so I always looked at it as financial and a position change.
Mhm.
And when I came over to BedGear, it was different, and it was really more about the relationships you build and how you leverage those relationships and really realizing there's so many people to meet. And I
Mhm.
started noticing like, yes, financial is important, but in the end, it's the people you know in your network. And then that's when things started to change and meeting people from different countries was when I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's when it really changed for me.
Well,
So
this is like a perfect transition into professional. So, um, you do sales training for BedGear, correct?
yep, sales training and strategy along with our retail partners.
And you said, meeting kind of international. Do you do a lot of international sales training, or what is your focus, and how do you perform that job the
Yeah.
role that you're in?
I think starting in July of last year, my role did change a little bit, but prior to that, my focus was leading all training initiatives in Latin America.
Mm,
So BedGear's in many countries. So I was pretty much the face of education there. So I did all that while also covering the south of Florida. So from Orlando or south of Orlando, that was my territory.
cool,
So yeah, worked with different countries. Spanish has so many different dialects, so that's also been a big thing too. So
cool.
yeah.
And so now, are you still in charge of that area, or has that area grown, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's evolved. I still do work with that team,
Mhm,
but I also now they've seniored my role, I guess. So now I help RVP, all things learning and development strategy on the West Coast of the country. So
gotcha.
BedGear expanded to the West Coast. We got a distribution center out there, got a lot going on. So now I work directly with the directors and help manage the sleep coach team, or not manage, but more supervise and help them on that
Cool.
side. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for sharing that part with
Yeah.
us. Go ahead and choose 1 through 9 in the professional category.
Let's do 4.
4. What does leadership, this is great because you were just talking about that. What does leadership look like to you, and how has that definition changed over time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, leadership to me, when I first started in this industry, was do what you say and, just follow the rules and stay quiet. And I think leadership has really become more relationship overall, especially now in a role that I'm in, really getting the buy-in from my team members from a true place.
Mhm,
And people work for people. I'm a big believer in that.
mhm.
And if people don't do something, it's do they not know how to do it? Don't just assume they're not doing it. So
Mm.
to me, that's really been where leadership has evolved. A lot of trust. I think I've learned that in my just time here. It's
Yeah.
trusting, yeah,
Trusting in the
and
people
just
that work for you?
decisions. Yeah, and even, like, my own, like, I'm trusted to do what I think is right all the
Mm,
time, so it's only natural that I lead, my new teammates like that too, and, as long as you do something with good intention, you don't do something wrong, you just learn from it, and
mhm.
that's what I've learned in the last few years, you
I
know?
love that. Do you think that the leadership above you in BedGear, do they, like, is that how they
Yeah,
manage
personally.
you, and yeah.
Yeah, I think overall they know that, the intention's there and just go out and do it. And a lot of my role is relationship building. And if I see something, try to help solve it or help strategize around it. So naturally that's who I am. So, they've trusted me to just go out and do what I do. And sometimes I color outside of my lane and I'll help with sales or things like that. But in the end, it's all just one big, go out there and do it. So I
Yeah,
feel like I've always been very much like, you got this, come back if you need anything.
yeah. You've been with BedGear, this is your 8th year?
Going on 8, yeah. It's
Yeah.
insane.
So, tell me a little bit about your background in the sleep industry, though, before you were with BedGear, and how did you get here?
Oh, yeah. So this is kind of funny. I grew up in furniture stores. My family worked with another family friend for years. So when I was born, essentially my grandparents worked in furniture stores.
I
So I
didn't know
grew
that.
up, yeah, really little touching beds and, going in to visit grandpa. And then our families just did their own thing for many years. We all reunited when I was a senior in high school and
Okay.
like the second generation came in and we were just friends. And all of a sudden, one day I get a phone call that their dad had been rushed to the hospital and they're like, "Hey, I have no one to close up the furniture store. Can you come by?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." So I go in and they're like, "It's going to be slow. Just, keep the store open till 8, close, bring home the cash." Like it was super.
Yeah.
And of course, the moment they drive off, the store gets slammed with customers.
Oh my gosh.
And, I didn't even know there was, like, invoices, so I would take, like, computer paper and I would write down what the customer wanted. I took
That's so
payment. I
funny.
was like, "Yeah." I
Yeah.
had no idea what I was doing, and, I remember going to visit, I consider him an uncle, and going to the hospital with, like, cash in my pocket, like, "I just did this," and he's like, "You're hired," and I'm like, "I work at Best Buy." He's like, "No, you're hired," so within a year, I got my own little store. It was very, small, but quaint and cute, and I ran all things for them for
Okay.
3 years, and then, my goal is wanting to go work somewhere more corporate and just get a little more training, so I then worked for Mattress Firm out of Miami.
Paid your
So,
dues.
paid my dues. Definitely was through the big acquisitions with Mattress Giant. It was, like, when all the stuff was going on, so that was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, took some time, worked for Sleep Number. Most people don't know I did that for a little
I didn't
bit.
know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I worked for Sleep Number for a bit in Atlanta, then worked for Serta. So, I'm telling you, like, I've done, like, this whole
You've
journey.
you visited all of the places.
Yeah, I didn't go to college at first, and I did later on, but,
Mhm.
that was my version of getting out of the house, and
Sure.
yeah, I worked for Serta for, a little over 2 years in Atlanta, and then Macy's recruited me from Serta, and that's when I got to work in big box retail, managing furniture stores. That was, like, my first really big, like, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of, like, metrics and stuff, so
Yeah.
did that, and Miami called me back through Macy's, worked there, ran not only furniture and mattresses. At that point, I got home and men's. So I
Wow.
was learning how to fold a shirt. I was learning what color towels come in.
Yeah.
That was the first time I really worked with all of that,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of pressure because that's when, buy online, pick up in store started happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot, and so I said, "That's it." And I took a year off, and I did not work in the industry. Yeah, I took 1 whole
Wow.
year.
That is so brave. I feel like most people don't have the guts to just like sit in the silence and back away from things and let things go. That's awesome. So how did that it obviously led you back to the mattress
Yeah.
industry?
I was a recruiter on LinkedIn, believe it or not, actually reached out and was like, "Hey, there's this company, BedGear. They're looking for someone to cover Latin America." And I was like, "Well," and funny enough, like I was talking to my boss at my current job and I'm like, "This kind of came up." And he's like, "Check it out." I mean, it was such a cool environment. I worked for this company in finance. And I said, "You know what? Let me just go." And I flew out to New York. And the moment I got there, I was like, "Oh, this is home." Like everything just worked. And
Really?
yeah, I got some, like, feeling and I was like, "That's it," and when I met my boss, Holly, we always joke on this rooftop in New York and had lunch
Mhm.
with my bags. It was insane, and I was like, "Man, I think this is where I'm gonna park
Yeah.
myself," and yeah, and then now we're going on 8 years, which is insane.
I love that though.
Yeah, so that's
And
where
I
I'm at.
love that you said it feels like home. What about bed gear feels like makes you feel that way?
I mean, I could be myself. I think that
Mhm.
that's the biggest thing. They love me for who I am.
Mhm.
Supported me through they've seen me get engaged, married,
Mhm.
get a dog, like all the things, they've
Yeah.
been a part of every step. So I've never felt like I had to be someone else.
Mm.
So it just really has worked. And I'm like the big sister on the sleep coach team. So I help. It just feels right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love
that's
it.
what, yeah.
Man, that was good. I love it. All right. I guess we can go back to these questions if we need to. It
Yeah.
doesn't really feel like we do, but all right. 1 through 9.
Let's do one.
1. What's a moment in your career? Oh, well, you kind of touched on this, but what's a moment in your career when you almost quit and what made you stay? So tell us about trying to, taking that year off. I know you said Macy's was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great learning. I just think there was a lot going on at the time. And I just realized, like, the stress was too much. I was taking on more than I can handle, and I wasn't willing to raise my hand and say I couldn't.
Mm,
So I think that that's what it was. If I would have raised my hand and said, "Hey, I couldn't," but I didn't want them to think I wasn't capable.
yeah.
So it did. It broke me in a good way. And I think it was like 3 weeks with no work. I've never done that in my life. I've always
Yeah.
gone. And I remember going, "What am I gonna do?" And a family friend was like, "Hey, we've got a role, and it's in technical support and customer care and finance." And I'm like, "You know what? Let's do it. Let's just jump in." And it was great. But I think, yeah, I think that was the one thing, and realizing that was the moment I said, if the amount of work that you're getting you truly can't handle, you need to say something and give them the benefit of the doubt. And I just
Mhm.
didn't. I thought I could handle it all, you know? So,
Do
yeah.
you feel like you're better at drawing those boundaries now?
Yeah, I think that there's moments where I want to do everything, where I was been so involved in so many different projects. I want to still live in them, but I have to let them go and let them do their thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've learned from that big time, and that's something I'm still working on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 through 9.
I think 6.
Do you think women support women enough in our industry? Or is that just kind of a slogan?
Ooh, I think it depends. I don't think I would put us all, like all ladies, in like one bucket.
Mhm.
I think 50-50. I think that unfortunately us ladies who are in the industry understand that it's very male dominant. So you have to do what you have to do. It's dog eat dog in some ways. So naturally, that's who we become.
Mhm.
But I don't see, I see a lot more like younger faces coming in that don't
Mhm.
see it that way or use like the term competition. So
Mhm.
I think it's women supporting women. I see it more and more. But I also think we owe it to each other to be ourselves and not
Mm.
who we want to be perceived as.
Yeah, and so when you talk about being yourself, you talked about that, that BedGear lets you be yourself. Like, what's so important about that to you, and why is that something that feels valuable to you?
Yeah, I think, you know, with what I do every day, I'm always on, right?
Mm.
And I'm representing a brand and I feel connected to the brand, but I think being authentic, makes it way easier. So I
Mhm.
think when allowing me to be myself is just ask the questions, be silly, not think I'm being like viewed under a microscope over
Yeah.
everything I'm going to say. I'm not perfect in any capacity. And I love a lot, like I love my people, I love my teams. Like I'm very much that person. So I like not having to restrict that,
Mm.
and yeah.
Yeah. What is something that you think we should stop pretending is normal in our industry?
Ooh, that's a good question. Something we should stop pretending is normal. Stop pretending it's normal. I think there's a few things. I think kind of the camaraderie, having each other's back kind of thing, just because you work for the same companies or, truly knowing someone might have some habits and you just kind of like don't bring it up. And,
Mm.
no one's perfect in our industry, but being real about it, calling people out when they're uncomfortable or
Yeah.
say something out of place. I think people just stay quiet and then they talk about it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We should all just be able to call each other out nicely and say, "Hey, I didn't really like what you said," versus
Yeah.
holding a grudge for years because
Yeah.
someone said or did something. I think
Yeah.
that happens a lot.
I do too. And our industry is so small and we see each other constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, yeah, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, well, I'm never going to see this person again. So,
Yeah, you'll either work for them, they'll work for you.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all of it.
yeah, that's good. All right, let's do one more professional question and then we'll go to play. 1 through 9 on
Oh,
professional.
I don't know what I have left. Let's do 7. Did I do 7
Seven.
already? Okay. Let's do 9.
9.
Okay.
What would change immediately if our industry was completely run by women?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's a lot. We're very female at BedGear, and I'm like, "Man, if we were just all ladies, that would be fun and exciting."
You guys have a lot of females at BedGear, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
It is, but there's always a good balance. I think balance is healthy. But
Yeah.
if all women ran the industry, we'd stop talking about specs so much. I think that we understand that there's coils but quantifying that something's better because it has 100 more of them versus 100 less.
Yeah.
I think we'd go away from coil count as being what defines what we do and talk more about like how it feels up against our skin and how we wake up in the morning. Like,
Yep.
I think that because if you think about how we buy things like skincare, we don't care what it is. We just care what it does for us.
Totally.
So I think that would be probably where things would really shift. It wouldn't be so technical.
Yeah, I feel like in an earlier podcast I did with Christina Espinoza, she talked about how, obviously women are the buyers. And so talking to these consumers, the people who are buying the mattresses in a way that they understand and can relate is like
Yes.
so important. And we want to talk about feel, we want to talk about emotions, we want to talk about, we don't care and about, yeah.
3 layers of this and 1
Right.
layer of this. Like, it's
Yeah.
good to know. I mean, listen, the information needs to be there. We need to know that
Sure.
the information, but that's what's like on the back of a bottle, right? You could read
You can read it.
but what is it going to do for me? Like
Right.
what, if I truly have a concern, don't just sell me a feature. Like
Yeah,
tell me what it's going to do for me.
totally.
I think that would help a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's play.
Let's play.
Last category, 1 through 8.
Okay. Start with 7.
7. What's your go-to get pumped song?
Oof. I'm a big Pitbull girl. I love Pitbull. I love it. It's my jam. It's what I love to listen to. So I get pumped up to Pitbull all the time in the car, before a meeting, before anything. It's my jam.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, 1 through 8.
Let's do 6.
6. You just won an all expense paid vacation of your choice. Where would you go?
Oh my gosh. I just started going to Europe for the first time 2 years ago. So I went to Italy and that was like insane, and Greece and Malta. So I'd want to go somewhere there. The Dolomites look insane and all
Yeah.
of that there. So I think it'd be something like that. Something that would, there's so many places right now that are like on a bucket list like that.
Yeah.
I also like, yeah, something different, something out, away, disconnected and in nature
Okay.
with beautiful sights.
You like to be outdoors?
Yeah, not for a long time. So I have like an expiration time. I like to do it for like 4 or 5 hours is good. But then I like to go back, shower, get comfy, and either have dinner, have a glass of wine, and relax.
Not a camper.
Absolutely not. No, not even a glamper.
Same.
No. Marriott, I will stay nearby and come back in the
Same.
morning.
I'll be outside all day, but like
Yeah.
I want
I
to.
need to shower.
Yeah.
Wash my hair. Yeah.
Totally. I also love Europe so much. I feel like it's got so many nooks and crannies, and the history is just incredible, and the food in every single country I've been to is incredible. So I feel like I could go back time and time again and like never get enough of it.
To me, it's like, it takes a lot for me to be like moved like that. And I
Yeah.
cried. Like I got to Mykonos and I literally got off a cruise and I just started crying. And my husband's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "This is so beautiful." And I'm just like crying about it. It was insane, but it's just, it's something you've never seen,
Yeah.
and it definitely, I want to go back.
Yeah. I agree. All right, 1 through 8.
Let's do 3.
3. What's your sleep routine really like? So what do you take your makeup off? Do you sit in front of the TV before you go to bed? Tell me all
Yeah.
the dirty things.
So like a month ago, I bought a new sofa and I got a recliner. I always told myself I'd never be that person.
I want one.
But it massages me, it warms me up, it does like all the stuff. So I've been catching myself falling asleep on a recliner. I'm like, oh my God. So it's like not great. But from there, when I do get up and I go to bed, I try. I mean, I think I'm like 8 out of 10
I
for
try.
taking off all the gunk. I shower, I try to take all the stuff off and then go to sleep and I knock out. Like I am zombie, like faceplant.
That is
So
so you won't do 0G with your adjustable base, but your recliner.
you know what? So maybe I take back my answer. I do sleep in 0G for an hour in my living room before I go to bed.
No.
Yeah. And it's so great. You know what? You just brought up a great point. I need to start taking that.
You're fine. You got it. Send me the link to your couch. I want a couch with a secret recliner in it.
Ooh.
Is it a
I know
secret
what you mean.
recliner?
It's not. It's a full-on like recliner and it looks like a standard, it has like the lumbar support, the little stitching. It's more on the modern
It's
side.
a chair. It's not a couch.
Yeah, it's like well, we got the couch too. So the couch reclines.
Got it.
But I just love having like alone time with my blanket and my dog in zero gravity. And like it has air massage in the back. So it's like
That sounds
it lulls you
great.
to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. I still want to see
I'll
it.
send
Send
it
me the
over.
link. All right. 1 through 8. Wait, are you there?
Yeah. I said let's do 1.
I think we got paused. Hello?
It says trying to reconnect.
There you are. Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
Sorry.
That was weird. Okay. Not
got-
sure what that was.
It's
Okay.
technology. All right, 1 through 8.
1.
1. What's your go-to treat yourself splurge after a long week?
Ooh. After a long week that I do often is probably my nails. My hands and my feet are like religious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call her my therapist. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I am a nail person too. I just like to, it just makes you feel put together.
Yeah, I think the only time my husband ever saw my true nails was like during COVID when everything was shut down.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "Oh." So yeah, I can't without them. I'm like, and they're mine, but they have to be pretty at all times.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. All right, let's do the lightning round.
All right.
Save or splurge?
Let's do splurge.
You splurge?
Yeah.
Text or call?
I'm more of a caller.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Yeah.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Pack light or bring options?
Bring options.
Well, you're a
I
checker.
get a lot. Well, it depends, but yes, I'm gonna admit it. I'm a checker, but I prepay everything ahead of time, so I just drop the bag. So I get there and I'm like, "Go." I
Yeah, but
know.
then you have to wait in like the carousel and
I
on the
know, I get it, but then if I'm like, I have a fear of not having enough underwear, like, that's the thing, and I pack my pillow, I can't.
you do not.
I do, I pack my pillow
Oh my
in my
gosh.
luggage. Yeah.
Okay, so at least you're not like bringing it with you
Oh,
on the
no.
plane.
I have a little travel pillow for that, but, like, sleep, I always pack at least one in my pillow in my
That
luggage,
is
so
so
yeah.
funny. You know what though? I mean, honestly, I sleep on the bed gear. I think it's point zero.
A 00? Yeah,
Yeah. And so it's a thin pillow.
yeah,
Mark has the point one.
okay.
And when I go to hotels and they have like the big ass fluffy pillow, I literally sometimes end up like wadding up a t-shirt and like sleeping on the t-shirt because I can't sleep with my neck that way.
It's terrible. I think, I learned enough, like, even right now, I didn't sleep on, like, a very comfy pillow a few nights ago, and I mean, I feel it. I feel the effects, and when I'm traveling, I even bring my sheets, Tara. Like, when I go
You
on
do.
cruises. Yeah, because I get super hot. I'm, like, a really hot sleeper, so I'm the lady who, when she's gone for more than 5 days, like, I pack my sheets.
I like it. I mean, look, at first I was like, I can't believe you bring a pillow, but honestly, I mean, sheets, that's like next level. But
Yeah, yeah. And it's just a fitted and a flat,
you're hilarious.
it's what
I
it
mean,
is.
I like it. I like it. You know what you
Yeah.
like. All right. Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook?
Instagram, for sure.
Firm or plush?
Plush.
Power nap or push through?
That's changed recently. I'm more of a power napper now.
All
I'll
right.
take a power nap in the
Can
middle of the
you,
day.
you can fall asleep pretty fine in the middle of the
Yeah,
day?
if I start to feel sleepy lately, yeah, I
Good.
could power nap and then get back up and go for it. Yeah.
I like it. Do you make your bed or is it unmade?
My grandmother wants me to tell you I make my bed every night, but, no, it's a 50-50. If I get out of the bed last, I make it. If my husband's still in bed, there's no shot I'm gonna make it.
You're just like, leave it. Planner or wing it?
Planner. I
All right.
used to wing it. I was the wing it girl. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I used to wing things a lot,
I
believe it or
feel
not.
I feel like you are a planner though.
Oh, it's changed. Yeah. You
So
just
funny.
wing it one too many times and you get too close and you're like, "And that's it." So, yeah,
You
I have one
wing it
calendar,
too
work
many
life.
times.
Yeah, that's it. Mhm.
Okay, salty or sweet?
Salty.
Me
100%
too.
of the time. Yes.
All right, it was so fun having this conversation with you. I am
Thank you.
so thankful that you made time to come on the podcast and share
Absolutely.
with everybody who you are, and I'm just thankful for you.
I am too. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate being on here.
Yay. All right, fam, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.